Hello and welcome back to The Process. I am your host, Cassidy Linder, and today we have a very special guest, the brains behind this whole entire project, Mr. Bernie Larsen.
Hi, Cass.
Hi, Bernie. Thanks for being with us today on this side of the camera.
It's my pleasure.
So why don't you tell us a little bit of history about yourself as an artist? Not as a farmer. That was like the dumbest question.
Well, I've had some hoes.
Oh.
Let's see, same old story, from my generation. Saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan, got a guitar within a month, learned your 10 favorite songs, unleashed the screaming women, onward to stardom and fortune.
And now we're here.
Stumble. Mm-hmm. Just luck. I've had music in my family, and it was a big part of my psyche from 4 or 5 years old, just singing songs in the bathroom by myself and thinking I sounded just like all of the adults I was emulating, which I'm sure I didn't.
So how did you go from being a 9-year-old in a band to playing for many different professional artists?
Well, that's kind of the mystery of the whole music business, especially for other people who are really struggling. I mean, I think luck has the main thing to do with it. Luck, being prepared when, luck lands at your front door. And my thing was just really random. I had done some tracks with a really great person and producer, Dave Jordan, who went on to produce Alice in Chains and Jane's Addiction's first couple albums, many things. And there was I had a little nibble with Capitol Records that didn't pan out, so ended up saying, well, I guess I better go get a regular job. And I started to, and I actually quit the job at the music store, where I had met many of the people that I went on to play with later in the years, and just got a regular job. And I was probably 2 weeks into it, and just by fluke luck, I had met David Lindley, who was one of my favorite guitar players at the time, and he had called the store looking for me. Him and I had a kind of a common bond. We both liked Silvertones and Dan Electros, and so I sold him a Silvertone there, and then we changed numbers, and then I would call him if I was at a garage sale or a yard sale or something. Hey, I found a double cutaway white 2-pickup Dan Electro. It's $50. You want? He goes, get it. And I would just get these guitars for him. So that's our friendship was built around that. So he called the store looking for me because his band, he just finished his first record, El Rayo X. He was leaving Jackson Brown's band, and Smitty Smith, keyboard player, one of the great keyboard players, got an offer to do the Bob Dylan gig, and so he was going to leave Lindley's band. So Lindley called the store asking the guy who answered the phone, who was also a guitar player, Jerry Klein, if he was looking for me, and Jerry said, well, he's not here anymore. And he goes, he's wondering if I might know somebody that could play guitar in his band. And I've said this before. I said, if he'd have asked me that question, I would have never said me. Mm-hmm. Jerry Klein, however, said Bernie can do it. And so he called me, went for an audition, kind of uncertain. I didn't know any of his songs. The songs are very complicated as far as his arrangements, which has become my style of playing, is that is the kind of playing where you've got two parts weaving in and out of each other. You can't really tell what's going on. So he gave me his record, and he checked off 4 or 5 songs, and I went home, and I had, I think, 3 days, and I couldn't tell what was going on in the record. So I just learned everything I heard that was a guitar, and I went there, and I was very, nervous, and anything he played, I just played the other part to it. So he could hear that I had it. Mm-hmm. And at the end of that day, he gave me the gig, and then I started rehearsing. I think we rehearsed for 2 weeks, and then we went on tour and did a California loop, and it was just, absolute mayhem. He's such a brilliant musician. The whole band was incredible. Ian Wallace, Jorge Calderon, George Pierre, his name was Ras Babu from Trinidad, amazing percussionist, singer. and myself, the younger guy in the band. So that's it. Just fluke luck, you know. That's I always say, like I tell people when they ask me, and I say it's not really the due diligence that I've ever got anywhere from. It's random. Meet somebody in a grocery store. You know what I mean? Really weird things. You know, all of a sudden it leads to something else. So I think if you just keep doing your thing, just look down at your work. Don't look up at somebody to save your ass or something. You know, just look down at your work. Keep going. You just get good enough to where you become capable, and then it's possible for you to participate in a situation that's at a level above what you think you're at right at the moment. Would come again. Tried to reach, but the loneliness said just stand. Every hour stared at me like a friend. Ooh, fate, ooh, fate. Hold my breath knowing it could all be useless. Kept the dream well hidden in a suitcase. Like a coward hiding from the ruthless. Ooh, fate, ooh, fate, ooh, fate, ooh, fate. Could you know it was gonna be any better? Different feeling than the one you can't erase. And right now, it's so slow. You only on to the moments that have been. A dying breed telling you what it meant then. Like a flower's beauty slowly wilting. Ooh, fate, ooh, fate. Like a flower, like a flower, like a flower. Could you know it was gonna be any better?